Hey, what's up guys? So this is Carlos with Media IQ, and today I want to take you guys on a journey with me. And what this really means is that we need to roll up our sleeves and get to work. As you guys know, if you follow my channel, of course, or if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I went ahead and I bought the brand new 16-inch MacBook Pro. I still have my 15-inch, and my biggest question is, because I dropped a little bit over $4,000 on this, is was it actually worth it? And my one big bottleneck happened to be the number of cores and how much time or extra effort it takes for my old MacBook Pro to actually render some of the files that I normally shoot with. And I shoot with a lot of different cameras. I shoot with the Red, I shoot with Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6Ks, I shoot with Canon EOS R, the C200 Mark II. So the codecs that those cameras offer is what I'm constantly working on. And the way that I use my MacBook Pro is by bringing in whatever I didn't get done in the office and then working on it at home at night on my notebook. So I want to bring you guys on a journey, and I want to put together a standard baseline test with a lot of different types of codecs in it. It's only going to be 1 minute long, and I want to see how fast my iMac Pro renders that file and then compare it to the 16-inch MacBook Pro and then compare that to the 15-inch MacBook Pro. So if you guys are ready, let's jump in and let's do the test. Okay, so here we are in Resolve, and for memory and GPU, the GPU configuration, I allowed that to stay to auto, which is the default, and it is using the Metal engine to render. So we're going to save that. If we look at our timeline, we have 6 clips that are then once again replicated afterwards. So the first 6 clips are going to be straight renders from whatever the source is to Apple ProRes 422 HQ. The second set, the one that is duplicated, what we did is we added LUTs, color, denoising, as well as film grain. So there's going to be more processing needed for the second set of clips. And we're going to deliver them or render them. And this is already set up so that we use the source name. We're going to our preferred folder. We are doing QuickTime Apple ProRes 422 HQ. And we are rendering at the source resolution for each of these different clips. So REDCODE RAW renders at about 8 frames per second. So we're 1 minute 20 in, and the fans have already started to kick up on my iMac Pro. Canon C200 RAW Light renders at about 1.5 frames per second. When I add the color correction, I add a LUT, I add film grain, and I denoise. REDCODE RAW also renders at 1.5 frames per second when I add a LUT and I color correct, color grade, as well as add film grain and I denoise the image. So this clip is Apple ProRes 422 HQ with the beauty refinement effect, as well as denoising and film grain applied to it. And this clip is rendering at 1.5 frames per second. This clip is an H.265 file, so it's a 10-bit file from the Fujifilm XT-3. And this is rendering at approximately 2 frames per second. Also has film grain applied, also has denoising applied, also has a LUT applied. This clip is REDCODE RAW 8K 24p. It is rendering at 0.5 frame per second. So this is the slowest. And of course, we're applying red to Rec 709 LUT, as well as denoising, as well as film grain, as well as beauty refinement FX onto the clip. So this is putting my iMac Pro to work for sure. This is actually one of the big reasons why we leave all of our renders until the end of the day so that they can run after we leave the office. 13 minutes, 26 seconds, just about 27 seconds to render a 1 minute project when I added effects as well as denoising and film grain. So that is going to be our baseline so that we can then compare against the 15-inch MacBook Pro and the 16-inch MacBook Pro. All right, we've established our baseline test, and just so you know, I'm going to make the files that I'm using in this test available for download so that you guys can download them, bring them into your editor of choice, and then render them so you have something to actually compare against, and you don't have to use generic benchmarks like Geekbench and Heaven and whatever else people are using out there. And this is the reason why I'm doing the test. Those types of benchmarks in the past haven't really shown me whether in fact my computer or my workflow was going to be improved. Okay, so this is the 15-inch MacBook Pro. This is the 2017 version, and we're going to see how fast it renders that exact same timeline that we just saw from the iMac Pro using Resolve. So I know it's crazy, but that 1 minute project on this 15-inch MacBook Pro took 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 4 seconds to complete. So I was just slow at hitting the stop button on the phone, but up here, Resolve tells me exactly how long it took. And that, my friends, is the main reason why it is that I was looking for an upgrade. So if you're interested in testing that against your machine in your own workflow, be sure to check the link in the notes so that you guys can download them. And if you post the results, I'm really going to appreciate it. So let's jump back in on the test and keep going. So I came home to do the final test, and this is the new 16-inch MacBook Pro. Again, same project, all the same effects. And let's see how long it actually took to render this guy. So it took 24 minutes and 45 seconds to render that exact same timeline. As you guys know, I don't have any Windows machines. I have been tempted though, because of this whole render thing, right? How long things take to render. And I keep hearing all about how NVIDIA GPUs like the 2080 Ti can just run circles around Macs. So I have been tempted. Well, there they are. Those are my results for my type of workflow with the codecs that I work on a regular basis. What do you think? Should I keep the 16-inch MacBook Pro? Was it worth dropping the $4,700-ish on that machine? Let me know in a comment. And if you're interested in seeing that same test run with the addition of an eGPU, be sure to let me know and leave a comment, and we'll make sure to show that to you. So it took 24 minutes and 45 seconds to render that exact same timeline. So I would say that the upgrade was well worth it. And of course, this wouldn't be a YouTube video if I didn't ask for this. If you enjoy the content, be sure to let me know. And if you didn't, well, do whatever it is that you're going to do. And don't forget to subscribe so that you can join this awesome community that we're building and we can share each other's knowledge. Until next time, I'm Carlos with Media IQ, helping you compete in today's web economy. Thank you for watching.
Funny how things work out. Can't attach another man to my worth now. I'ma make it worthwhile, never been burnt out. Oh, they think I fell off, I was first out. I don't need no favors from you, I don't wanna be neighbors with you. Politics is hollowest, I guess that's what fame will get you. Forgive me, I'm a rider, still I'm just a simple man. All I want's the money, skip the fame, I'm a simple man. I can take some L's, best believe, cause a winner can't overcome any obstacle that's in front of him. I can't even with you simpletons being slick again. Cali boy, but colder than the winter of Lake Michigan. Oh, we doing this again, think we doing this and that. If I was in a distant cast, you would feel the dissonance.
I know what it like to have no options. I know what it like to be alone. I know what it like to pick your pockets and not even a dime to call your own. No, God only knows. I've been through highs and the lows. I've been down, down, down before. I've been